Shave fans, Bill here. It is April the 30th, Sunday. I'm going to do a shave. The brush I'm going to use, Simpson Emperor 2, small thing because I'm going to go into, I noticed that Matt had used this the other day, Prix de Provence 63, and I recall that I had some of that, and I think I used it once, so I figured I'd use it again, take it for a whirl. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week, interesting times we live in, for sure. And so this is the Bill Show, with me and for those of you who have not heard the term Bovine Scatology Hour, that comes from the great late Stormin Norman Schwarzkopf in one of his dialogues with the press of the day, as he was in command of the armed forces, working to secure the free flow of oil from the Middle East back in the day. I don't remember the year. But anyhow, so interesting stuff this week. Just really interesting stuff. I have been trying to do one shave video or one video per week. There's been times that I've done more than that. I think there's times I've done a couple in a day. But I'm trying to do one a week and trying to do a shave video a week. You can see it's been a lot longer than I wanted it to be since I last shaved. Don't ask me what this stuff smells like. Smells good though. Anyhow, there are a few people that I promised some stuff to. I was doing some honing and some stuff yesterday, and I promised some stuff, and I got most of it packaged up, and that stuff will go out tomorrow. If I owe you something, you'll get a PM from me with a tracking number. Been on YouTube, I don't know, a couple years, three years or so, maybe, not a real long time. I did it, pretty much once I got an Apple phone, because it seemed to make it a little bit easier to get the video content set up, because you can pretty much do it all on your telephone and get it out. And mostly I did that just to talk about stuff that I wanted to talk about, and share information with other people in a way that's just a little bit easier than writing. And so, sometimes you look at me, it becomes a little more personal, like we're just sitting around chatting and that sort of thing. But something interesting happened that I've done like over 100 videos in all those years, and it's surprising. Okay, I never really had anybody kind of come in pursuit with opposition. I've had statements where people would make a statement of an opinion or something like that, and that's completely okay. But then to like go back through my videos and critique everything, and what do you mean by this? What do you mean? It's like, so and largely this had to do with my method of honing, which is, I call it SuperCurve, in honor of that famous guy, Steve 56, who everywhere you see him, when he talks about convex hone, he always shows his hone and his razor hanging off in the corner, and he talks like he knows what he's doing. But So I figured if I change the name and I call it SuperCurve, it would selectively identify from the negative connotations that he has. And, you know, I don't know who was it came up with the term bumpy hones. Anyhow, I'm using a Gustave Lalune razor, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I rehoned this yesterday. It was I had originally rehoned it, but since I started shaving around my mustache area, I've become a whole lot more critical of how easily the tool severs hair, and I thought this one needed a little bit more work, and it's nice. It's these are unique pieces of this particular one. There's for those of you that are in the shopping mood, there's one left at Superior Shave. They're about $220, which is a good deal for what this is. It's a very, very thin ground razor. I have a number of the Gustave Lalunes, and it's a unique forging shape, okay, where it's a little wider at the toe than the heel. This particular one has a slight curvature to it. I have two in this particular shape, one in another one, and I do like them. So anyhow, I finally got to the point where it just appeared like this guy is from Italy, and maybe I'm wrong. You know, English being my only language, and English would be a secondary language for him. You know, maybe there was something lost in the language barrier. I didn't really know, but it just seemed like I was constantly on the defense. It seemed like there was always some sort of a axe to grind with how I sharpen my razors, because it was different than what he thought, and it is different. And I just decided to try and disengage from that for the simple reason that I think the use of convex hones is just going to be much more of a limited type thing. There's no more of the shaping plates. There's only a handful of people in the world who've shaped stones without the use of a shaping plate, or they made their own shaping plate, or did whatever they do. But it's without a doubt, it is going to be increasingly harder for, and I've been a strong advocate for it, and it's just going to be increasingly harder for people to be able to do that. And you'll maybe have to take an alternate route make your own plate, or I've got a video where I've shaped a stone, the one where, because I put a lot of curve in it, that's why I came up with the name SuperCurve, because it's much more curvy. So I'm working with like 3 different defined radiuses, all elliptical. So as you angle the razor, you can kind of flux between the different angles. But the whole idea is, once you learn and understand hollowing out a bevel, and find that there is some benefit to it. It's something that I'm not going to abandon. I'm just not going to abandon it. I like it. And, there's the result. But anyhow, the individual went to a razor that I did a video that had a little kind of a curvy thing in there. And numerous people tried to hone that, and it, was thought to be unhonable. But I figured I'd give it a shot. And I did a video where I honed it, and then I did a video where I shaved with it. So, and if for whatever reason, this guy tells me that, well, the way to do that, you're not supposed to do what I did. You're supposed to grind that down and take off maybe 1/8 of an inch of it. And it's like, okay, so who's going to do that? I'm going to venture to say there'll be you find few people doing that than you would shaping stones. I mean, unless you're set up to where you want to have a grinding wheel, if you want to do that sort of thing. It's entirely up to you. If I'm so inclined, I'll actually link in one of this guy's videos so you can kind of see where he's coming from. I'm sure he has good intentions. He likes what he's doing just like I do, and he's got some enthusiasm about it, so he wants people to do what he's doing, and that's a very normal thing. But if the normal thing becomes, well, you need to jump on anybody that does it differently. But I was surprised that I hadn't been a target sooner for some of the things I do. And I find something interesting. the forum that gave me the right foot of fellowship by some egotistical moderator, because the whiner babies like Six Gun and Steve 56 and DaltonGang couldn't stand me talking about the way I did it. The funny thing is, after, and I think Six Gun put the newer moderator up to talking about convex hones, and I went after him. And you can go back and look at my videos, my ranting and all that stuff. Anyhow, the moderator, who I've known Ryan Foster to, generally speaking, and that forms the shade then, be an accurate guy with his writings and all that kind of stuff. He actually changed his mind, maybe because I went on my rant, and he actually decided that what he was going to do, he was going to put it to the test, and he did find, he did contact me, wanted me to be an information source, and I basically told him you can find me on YouTube and all the stuff I got to say, but I don't want to be anybody's expert on anything. Okay, I just want to do what I want to do, have fun with my stuff. Okay, I don't need to be a teacher. I don't mind sharing what I do, but I don't want to be any authority on anything other than just, hey, I'm doing this and I like this. Okay, so my friend from Norway, John JPO, had jumped in there, and John is a experienced guy and an engineer and very intelligent, and was the first guy that I saw manually shape a stone and show how he did it. And it pretty much gave me a new enthusiasm to follow the Ancient Grinder's Handbook, which most of these people that come after me, they deny it. It's like, like Six Gun, we've been doing this for 300 years. Dude, you're lying, because here's this text. What are you going to tell me? You did not know that this existed? You know everything about there is to know about sharpening razors. And that's all you know, is everything. So, and I did share that with my friend in Italy, who reminds me of my attackers over there at the Shave Den. But Ryan has made a lot of them, I think, unhappy. Because he's finding, so here's a guy who's just getting into, he's not really a straight razor guy, and he just kind of, he does a lot of different things, and he's just kind of getting in, but he figured he wanted to put his hands to it. He's handy with a lot of different things, and he's posting some reasonably positive results. And he dropped my name in the other day. I thought it was funny. And he used the term SuperCurve honing, and it's like, okay, so that's going to draw Six Gun out of the woodwork to whine and complain like he does. one of the comments from DaltonGang, was you don't get any, you get 6 shaves out of these when you hone that way, and it's like, okay, so I just, I got tired of using that same razor. I did 30 shaves, and it's as sharp as the day I sharpened it. It actually probably shaves it a little bit better. So there's another guy that's just lying. But it's pretty interesting. It's being interesting, just like everything else crazy in this world. It's like people think it's okay to attack their customer base, and it's one thing to attack somebody, somebody or a group that's not your customers, but when you attack your very own base, it's like, okay, so how's that gonna benefit you? Let me know how that works out for you. A lot of people like this soap. I find it, maybe I gotta work on my lather on this. I find it a little less slick than my normal fave is. The Sterling. And I don't know, maybe I'm not sure. I'll shave with this piece again next time with the Sterling soap. It's the trouble with doing one of those things where you shave with Williams for a month and you don't shave with anything else. So let's see how with just a little bit of water, you see what's left coming off is very clear. Soaps that have a little more that's soap stuff there, I don't know if you call that residual slickness. I'm not sure what you call it. So So it looks like I got myself a little bit sloppy shaver. So I'm happy with that edge, super curved. You know, I find those really, really thin razors like that. I did use all three of the radiuses, and it doesn't take much to move, because it's ground so thin. It doesn't take much to move between the radiuses, and I'll probably spend a little more time on that particular piece than I wanted to, but I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. So little aftershave balm. I like to put that on wet. I actually found out, I watched Rod Lovin's thing from Sterling, and I'm using Sterling menthol unscented aftershave balm. And he recommends that whether you're using witch hazel or the alcohol aftershave, that the balm should be the last thing to go on. It's like, you know, I kind of like to put this on first. I like to do it while there's water, because I found out that when I would put it on dry, it just seemed like it wasn't really going in, and it left my skin kind of greasy. Okay, so and I'll be using Sterling raw. Don't ask me what the smell on this is. I just went through to try and find something that kind of smells in the same family or close to that. So this, I think, was one of the things that was on one of his Thanksgiving specials. I don't know if it's a regular. It smells better than the soap. I don't know if it's a regular scent now or not. Okay. But good shave. Thanks for tuning in. About 30 minutes. That's normally what I wind up doing. So wishing everybody a happy and a safe week. Happy shaves. Try and be nice to one another, and avoid the keyboard crusaders. This is Bill out.